The electric plane you were promised is a lie. Not because the technology doesn't work, but because the economics of liftoff mean the plane has to weigh less than its own batteries, and China is already carrying paying passengers. We are constantly told that electric aircraft are the future of flight. But what do the cold, hard laws of physics and the aviation industry's sharpest minds really say about it? Today, we're going deep into the hangars and boardrooms to uncover which electric planes are flying right now, why a new Airbus won't be battery-powered, and where this revolution is actually headed. Critically, we'll be shifting focus to the low-altitude economy in China, where the goal isn't prototypes, but commercial operations. If you want to know which decade you'll fly on a quiet, zero-emission regional jet, or if you should buy stock in those flashy air taxi companies, you need to understand the brutal math of electric flight stick around, because the biggest game changer isn't a battery, it's the nation that's building them cheapest and fastest. The current fleet. First, let's look at the players already in the sky. If you think electric aviation is just a concept, you're missing the point. It's operational, but the type of operation depends heavily on the hemisphere. In the West, the initial certified workhorse is the Pipistrel Velis Electro. It's a two-seat trainer, type certified in places like Europe. It's the aviation equivalent of a quiet, low-cost practice car. In the US, companies like Joby Aviation and Archer Aviation are dominating the media, focused on their eVTOL designs, electric vertical takeoff and landing aircraft, or flying taxis. They have huge investment and military contracts, but they're still in the long, drawn-out process of Western-style certification. But in the East, the story is entirely different. The company you absolutely need to know is EHang. While the West is demonstrating prototypes, EHang's flagship, the EH2-16S, has achieved the world's first type certificate, production certificate, and operational certificate for an unmanned passenger-carrying eVTOL. That's the full trifecta. This isn't just a vehicle they can fly. It's one they are legally flying for tourism and sightseeing in cities like Guangzhou. While the Western world is arguing over safety standards, China is building a low-altitude economy supported by a vertically integrated, world-leading battery supply chain. Other key Chinese players, like Autoflight with its fixed-wing eVTOL designs, are rapidly advancing through certification on the cargo side, often setting greater payload and range benchmarks than their Western counterparts, thanks to their advantage in electric motor and battery technology. The biggest difference? They aren't just building planes. They are building the infrastructure and regulatory environment to support them at speed. The battery problem. Now for the dose of reality that is universal, East and West. The dream of a purely electric large airliner is currently science fiction, and the reason is elementary physics, the brutal limits of energy density. Let's restate the killer ratio. Aviation jet fuel, about 12,000 watt-hours per kilogram. It's the champion, the best lithium-ion battery. Today, a measly 250 watt-hours per kilogram. That staggering 50-fold difference is why a jet flying from Shanghai to Sydney cannot be battery-powered. You would need a battery pack that weighs more than the entire current aircraft. It's just not physically possible with existing chemistry. Even if a battery pack was capable, the next problem is the turnaround time. An airliner makes money by flying, not by sitting on the tarmac for 6 hours waiting for a charge airlines cannot afford to have a multi-million-dollar asset acting as a slow-moving, immobile paperweight. This is why, despite China's world-leading battery production capability, even EHang's operational eVTOL is currently limited to about a 20-minute flight time with passengers. It's a short, repetitive hop, perfectly suited for the task, but a stark reminder of the battery's range limitation, the most probable first use cases, and the future's true power. The limitations force the industry to focus on immediate, high-value applications. Urban air mobility, the Chinese lead. This is the sweet spot for the EH2-16S. It's perfect for the city-to-city or airport shuttle, flights under 150 miles. The combination of low noise and low operating cost, plus a regulator that is aggressively building the necessary ecosystem, is why China has an early and significant commercial lead. The West is still navigating the regulatory maze. Pilot training, the global start. Small electric trainers like the Pipistrel still win on economics for the short, repetitive flights of a training program. Regional flights, the next frontier. This is where Aviation's Alice and other larger aircraft in China and the West are targeting. 9 to 19-seat aircraft on routes up to 500 kilometers. This market segment is often inefficient with older fossil fuel planes, making the cost savings of electric propulsion very attractive if the batteries can be swapped or charged fast enough. Now, for the really big picture, the future of large-scale commercial flight will not be dictated by a lithium-ion battery. The experts are betting on a different zero-emission solution, hydrogen electric. This is the game changer for large aircraft. Hydrogen in a fuel cell generates electricity with only water as a byproduct. Critically, hydrogen has 3 times the energy per kilogram of jet fuel. It requires entirely new aircraft design and infrastructure, including liquid hydrogen tanks cooled to negative 253 degrees Fahrenheit, degrees Celsius. But it's the only zero-emission technology on the table today that can deliver the range needed for regional and mid-haul airliners. Airbus's Zero-E program is betting the farm on it. Here's the controversial take that the industry doesn't want to admit. The global future of flight is not truly electric. It is chemical. Lithium-ion batteries will only ever be a niche player for short hops and air taxis, regardless of who builds them best. For any trip longer than a day trip, the true zero-emission airplane won't plug in. It will be refueled with cryogenically frozen hydrogen, a process that will cost hundreds of billions in new airport infrastructure globally. China has shown the world how to quickly commercialize a short-range air taxi. But that technology will never replace your long-haul jet. We are all waiting on the engineers to tame the most volatile element in the universe.